Hello and welcome to New Mexico Rising. My name is Dan. You know, each and every week we try to bring people from all across the country to talk to me about cool things we could do right here in New Mexico. On this week's show, we got this.
So you're basically getting people to come by, buy beef jerky, and you're buying a ticket for them to go check out the show.
Yep. It's the largest free volunteer-run tax preparation program in the country.
Right here on New Mexico Rising. We may not think about it, but music plays an important role in our daily lives. Yet, music programs in schools across the country continue to be cut or risk losing funding. And my sister is a music teacher, and that would be terrible. So, leaving millions of budding musicians without access to music education, which could include learning to play a musical instrument. And March is Music in Our Schools Month, and one video game company is helping students of any age learn how to play. And Shane Gann is a member of the touring band Hail the Sun and lead music library developer for Rocksmith Plus. He joins us live from New York this morning with a little bit more. Welcome to the show, Shane. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
All right. Obviously, music education plays a big role in your career. How did you first become inspired, and why is music education so important?
I was first inspired by my dad's playing. He was a self-taught guitar player. He plays fingerstyle acoustic, and I loved hearing him play throughout the house. It just warmed every day that he picked up the instrument. And so when I was in middle school, I decided to pick up guitar as well. And music education in general, I really can't say in too short of words how valuable that has been. It has enriched my life in terms of my collaborative skills, my creativity, and finding a voice as a composer, as well as some tangential skills like math and logic and critical thinking. It's really a really invaluable skill set to have.
And March is Music in Our Schools Month, but there's no age limit on picking up an instrument and learning to play. What's the easiest way to start a budding musician to get started?
Yeah, good question. To be honest, there's no perfect entry point for any, there's not a panacea answer here, but there's a million different entry points that are viable and equally viable to each other. If there's a particular instrument that you're gravitating towards, by all means, pick it up and start playing. If something that's more production-based or compositional-based is intriguing to you, or you'd like to work maybe with live production, that's an equally viable entry point, and you will find that any of those first steps can be the right first step.
And you're the lead music library developer for the game. How do you, I'm interested, how do you choose what music goes in a library, and what's on your playlist, man? I need a copy of your playlist.
Oh, you don't want that. I've got playlists like try these and try those. But yeah, part of what goes into selecting the songs for the music library has to do with supporting what we know captivates our players. So certain genres are really resonant with them and have proven to be enjoyed by the player base through the 10 plus years that Rocksmith has been a brand. But on top of that, the really fun part of the job for me is getting to explore different genres or parts of the world, music from these areas that our player base certainly isn't screaming for, but that we know has a lot of value in terms of music education and creating a really holistic experience in learning music.
So how do you keep your guitar skills in top form when you're while on the road or with the band?
Yeah, good question. Thankfully, the touring itself is plenty of practice for the most part. We try to stay at the top of our game so that the audience is getting a perfect experience from us, especially since our music is a little bit more technical. But on top of that, if there is a particular part or a technique that I'm really interested in improving or working on while I'm on the road, I do have Rocksmith Plus at my disposal through my mobile device. iOS and Android are both supported in addition to PC, and I can use the phone itself as its microphone and run through even a handful of Hail the Sun songs that we were able to release last year. So it's always at my disposal.
All right, so I know I'm going off script here a little bit, but there's this podcast I love listening to. It's called The History of Rock in 500 Songs, and it basically connects all of rock music from song to song, musician to musician, and it's an amazing podcast that I've been listening to. And I've been in a debate with a young high school students about music, saying all the music I suggest to them is old man music. How do I get them interested in seeing the roots of rock and music so that they can actually just understand the songs that they're finding on TikTok for their music videos or their videos isn't this full source of all the music, and they also get their basis from stuff.
I don't know if there's an easy way to get through to that age group. I feel like they do, in fact, know everything there is to know. But in terms of suggesting different music, I think, there's plenty of resources, even YouTube. You can point to particular artists speaking about other artists, and that can serve as a vehicle to kind of prove your point that, no music that exists now exists without the music that came beforehand. And that trajectory that you were talking about of artists being influenced by artists being influenced by artists is really, really something that, people learn over time. But there are resources available to kind of drive that point home.
I think Shane Gann just told me that I'm also an old man.
Aren't we all?
All right, where can we go for more information? Also, get a copy of this because this is an amazing software. I want it for myself. Where can we go for all that?
Yeah, you can head over to getrocksmith.com. We actually have a 7-day free trial available and several subscription options that are all very, very worth it, especially when considering the price of, say, a private instructor. Rocksmith Plus is definitely a platform that can give you a holistic and individualized learning experience and let music change your world.
Shane Gann, thanks for joining me this morning, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you.
The stress of the April 15th tax deadline is coming soon. So it's time to kind of get ready. So here to help is Leanna Hawkins, one of the top financial experts in the nation and the best-selling author of Young, Fun, and Financially Free. Welcome back to the show, Leanna. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks. How are you, Dan?
Struggling. But that every day's a struggle of some sort. But we're working on it. Yeah, tax season is around the corner. That makes me stress out more than anything. You got to help me out. What is the best advice for everyone to kind of help prepare or as they prepare for their taxes?
Well, at my company, Blackhawk Financial, and in my book, Young, Fun, and Financially Free, our goal is to take the fear out of finances and investing because tax time can be stressful. I hear you, Dan. So let's help some people out today with some great tips and some information. We have 41 days till the filing deadline, April 15th.
Are there any tips for consumers looking to spend their tax refund?
Well, if you're lucky in tax season, you might get a refund. And Straight Talk Wireless recently commissioned its second annual Tax Stress Index that takes a look at how people are planning to spend their tax refund. It found that 44% of Americans say that they want to upgrade their phones actually this year. And right now you can get a new Samsung Galaxy A14 5G for free. You can just sign up for the Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk on straighttalk.com or at a Walmart store near you. With no contract plans, you're able to embrace benefits like flexibility and savings during tax season and the rest of the year as well, which is really nice. So a free phone, why not start there, right?
I'm down with that. All right, so how can tax preparation be made even easier? Because I struggle, I stress about it. How can you help?
Yeah. Well, organizing a lot of the financial paperwork and accurately processing your envelopes full of receipts and your invoices on your computer or hanging out in paper in a box somewhere can be really time consuming and overwhelming. One of the things people don't like the most about tax season. And you can say goodbye to manually entering all of that data with Epson's Rapid Receipt R600W wireless scanner. With advanced financial software, the Rapid Receipt organizes data from receipts and invoices and seamlessly integrates it into Excel and other third-party financial and bookkeeping applications, all without a subscription. So to help with the upcoming tax season, Epson is offering up to $100 off the R600W scanner at Epson.com and select retailers. So that's a real easy way to help out with all the paperwork you're going to be dealing with this season.
All right, so where can someone do their own taxes, and when should they get help from someone that knows what they're doing?
Well, some people like to do it by themselves, but if you need some help and assistance, you have more of a complicated situation, maybe you've brought in some self-employed side hustle income this year or something aside from your regular job, and if you prefer to have someone help you do your taxes, H&R Block offers full-service tax filing assistance that can be done virtually or in person at one of their 10,000 locations. H&R Block offers more ways to file than any other brand, including affordable DIY software that makes it easy to file for yourself. Plus, all paid editions actually include something called the H&R Block AI Tax Assist, as well as live expert help for no additional fee. And their free filing option offers approximately 43 different forms, more than some of the other brands. So there's some free options and some low-cost options for, additional help as well.
And do you have any options for disposing of some of these important documents and getting rid of them?
Yeah, so we know that, there's an increased opportunity for identity theft and other types of fraud. And luckily, this tax season, you can enjoy peace of mind of knowing your personal, business, and financial information is protected with the security that comes with Shred-it's professional document destruction services. So many people don't know you have to keep your documents for up to 5 years in case of an audit. And now you can ensure that that information is going to be safely disposed of, and again, keeping you free from potential threats like fraud and identity theft for your business and for yourself personally by adhering to privacy regulations. Shred-it can collect your documents directly from you, or you can drop them off at a secure location near you, and they will shred it into confetti-sized pieces that no one will be able to use your information against you or in any way that you wouldn't want them to. So Shred-it has some great options there for individuals and businesses to help with that.
Excellent. All right, where can we go for more information? Maybe follow you on social media and then be able to pick up your book.
Yeah, I have quite a community on Instagram, Leanna, LEANNA_HAWK, Hawk. Talk about all different types of investing, taxes, finances there. And tipsontv.com has all of the deals and all the tips and tricks we talked about today.
And then pick up your book anywhere books are sold?
Of course, Amazon and 40,000 bookstores.
Thank you very much. Leanna Hawkins, thanks for hanging out with me this morning.
Thanks, Dan. Have a good day. Get a coffee.
I will try.
All right, on New Mexico Rising, we like to talk to some New Mexico businesses. And today we got a special from Senna's Beef Jerky. Yes, you brought some beef jerky for us to try out today.
Yes, sir.
This is Anthony Senna. He's the owner of Senna's Beef Jerky. Where are you guys located?
Central and Rio Grande.
Oh, so like right next to where that Walgreens and all,
Yep.
kind of, okay.
Same parking lot.
Same, all right, that sounds pretty good. How long have you been doing beef jerky?
I'm doing it for 8 years. We just opened up the shop. It's been about a year and a half now.
What is your favorite beef jerky that you produce?
It's red chili raspberry teriyaki.
Oh, okay. What gave you that idea to kind of make that?
Just over the years, trying different things.
Okay. Any challenge beef jerkies that someone has challenged you to get and you haven't made yet, or you're still working on?
Here and there, people do some different, ask for different things, but it's been kind of hard to get what they want, but try it.
All right. So you're producing your own beef jerky, or do you get it from suppliers elsewhere?
I do it all myself.
Okay. How long does it take you?
Some flavors are more difficult than others, but usually we cook about 150 pounds a day.
150 pounds a day. Mm-hmm. And you got an area where it's all just kind of dehydrating and getting ready?
In the back of the shop.
All right. Oh, nice. All right.
We have 8 dehydrators.
Oh, okay. Yep. Gotcha. So we're talking a little bit about a special that's going on because we got a big event that's going to be happening over at Revel Entertainment Center on April 6th. And tickets for the event are $10, but you're doing something cool.
Yep. You come by, buy a 4-ounce bag of beef jerky, and you get a free ticket.
So you're basically getting people to come by, buy beef jerky, and you're buying a ticket for them to go check out the show.
Yep.
Oh, man.
That's how it works.
So that's it. So you want to try out Senna's Beef Jerky. How much is it usually for a 4-ounce bag?
$10. So
it is $10. So you're just, all right. So you're just trying to come on down, check out the beef jerky, taste it, and then get yourself a free ticket to the big Back to the Beach event that one station, 101.3 The Hustle's putting together.
Yep.
So there you go. That sounds like an amazing deal. $10 for beef jerky, free tickets to the Back to the Beach. Is it one ticket or?
One ticket.
One ticket.
For 4-ounce.
And if I get 2 bags of beef jerky, all right. So there's no like one person, one order. Yeah.
Nope.
So what if I came in and bought like 20 bags of beef jerky?
Yeah, you get your ticket.
There you go. That's one way to do it. All right. So how do we follow you on social media?
Senna's Beef Jerky.
Senna's Beef Jerky. So you're on Instagram, Facebook, and all that good stuff?
Yep.
All right. And if anybody wants to get like little large orders of beef jerky, how do they get hold of you?
They can either call the shop.
Okay.
505-315-9373, or they can just come in.
Gotcha. Is there a way that I could get like a custom flavor?
Yeah, you got to come in and pay for it. You got to buy at least a pound or more.
A pound or more, and then you get a custom flavor? How long does it take to get a custom flavor done?
Within the week.
Oh, okay.
Yep, make
Gotcha.
it right away.
So if you're thinking about a gender reveal, you could do like a pink or a blue. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Anthony Seta, thanks for hanging out with me. Send us beef jerky. Like what we said, go down to the shop and get yourself a bag of beef jerky for $10 or a 4-ounce bag for $10 and get yourself a ticket to Back to the Beach, which is being produced by 101.3 The Hustle. Man, thank you for hanging out with me.
Yep, yes,
All
sir.
right.
Thanks.
International Women's Day is a time to celebrate the accomplishments and unique gifts of women around the world. And while women have gained a lot of ground over time, they're still severely underrepresented in the workplace, specifically when it comes to technology sector, holding only 28% of the jobs in tech. But our next two guests are hoping to change that. We have Lynn Dahm, Executive Director of Women in Cybersecurity, and Scarlett Howery, Vice President of Public Workforce Solutions for DeVry University. They're joining us live from Chicago with a little bit more. Welcome to the show, you two.
Happy to be here.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Lynn, let's start with you. Can you tell us about your organization and what you're doing to kind of help that gap in tech?
Sure. So Women in Cybersecurity, or WISIS, is what we go by. We're a 501c3 member-based nonprofit with a mission to recruit, retain, and advance women in cybersecurity. But we exist because we're at a critical workforce shortage. And according to CyberSeek, there's over 560,000 unfilled cybersecurity jobs right now in the U.S. alone. And women represent roughly 24 to 26% of that workforce. So what we do with WISIS is we provide accessibility and opportunities for women to not only enter into cybersecurity, but also advance in their career because of it. And we also partner with higher ed institutions such as DeVry in order to close that gender gap.
So Scarlett, how does education need to evolve to kind of meet the needs of today's workforce?
Yeah, higher ed does need to evolve. They need to offer short cycles of learning that include industry recognized credentials. By working alongside industry at DeVry, we're able to understand where the skill gaps lie, build that into our degree programs, and ensure that learners gain the skills that not only they want, but the industry demands. It's actually why we created our Women in Tech Scholars Program. That program provides resources and support to women that want to get a career in technology. It includes curriculum, a DeVry Care Formula, as well as partnerships like the partnership we have with Women in Cybersecurity and other industry partners, so that learners are able to not only get into the field of technology, but stay in that field. In addition, we work alongside our partners like Women in Cybersecurity and all of our technology partners, economic workforce development, in order to understand where all of those gaps are. And when our learners gain those skills, they're able to immediately contribute to the organization to help them be competitive, innovate, and ready to take on their competition in the world of technology.
And Lynn, what should women expect on their path to a career in tech?
We believe in the value that women bring to industries that require digital talent. But what we don't want is financial or personal hurdles to stand in the way. So to Scarlett's point, it's really important to find a programming effort that has all those wraparound resources. And those resources include accessibility, mentoring, financial funding, sponsor and help in that area, and so much more. And so those are the launching pads for women to have that inclusive space to not only start in their tech career, but also if they want to navigate through their cybersecurity career as well.
Scarlett, what programs are available to help prepare someone to pursue a career in tech or even cybersecurity?
Sure. In addition to DeVry's Women in Tech Scholars Program, we also offer the Future Cyber Defender Scholars Program, which includes curriculum so that learners can become cybersecurity professionals.
All right, Lynn, Scarlett, where can we go for more information if we wanted to find out more?
Yeah, if you want to find out more about DeVry's Women in Tech and Future Cyber Defender Scholars Program, you can do so by going to devry.edu.
Lynn Dahm, Scarlett Howery, thank you for joining me. Thank you two for joining me this morning.
You are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Unpacking the complexities of tax season, the AARP Foundation's Tax Aid program offers invaluable free support focusing on the 50-plus age group. Spearheaded by Myoshi Moses, an advocate for empowering our seniors, financially, this initiative stands out as a beacon of guidance. Today, we're diving into how this program is changing lives. Welcome to the show, Myoshi. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
All right, so what are some of the challenges that older adults may be facing during this tax season?
As you know, the tax code is very complicated and it's constantly changing. And so what we find is, for example, older adults who are age 65 and older may find that they face a reduction in their income. They may find that they no longer qualify for certain deductions. They may find themselves in a different personal circumstance, like living with a family member. All of these combined can create a really complicated tax circumstance. And AARP Foundation Tax Aid tax counselors are trained, certified, and are ready and willing to help support taxpayers.
So can you tell us about the AARP Tax Aid program?
Absolutely. The AARP Foundation Tax Aid program is the largest free volunteer-run tax preparation program in the country. Our goal is to help older adults complete their tax returns and secure tax refunds.
And who actually qualifies for tax aid, and is it really free?
It is absolutely free. It is available to anyone. Although we do focus on older adults with low to moderate income. We recognize that tax preparation services can be extremely costly and not everyone can afford them. So we want this to be available to everyone. That's why it's free. We like to say that we want to put money back in people's pockets.
So where is tax aid available and how can people access it?
It is available in all 50 states and in New Mexico as well. And we provide services virtually and in person. And if you go to our website at aarpfoundation.org/taxaid, you can find our site locator, enter your zip code, and be directed to the nearest location.
So how should people prepare for their tax aid appointment?
People should prepare to bring a lot of certain information that they'll need for their tax returns, like personal identification information, any correspondence with the IRS, any information that includes their income, like a W-2 or a 1099. On our website, we have a comprehensive list of documents that are required that you can bring that will help complete your tax return. And you can find them on our website at aarpfoundation.org/taxaid.
So what are some common questions that taxpayers have had so far for this tax season?
The first question we always get is, when are taxes due? There's an urgency there. April 15th is the deadline this year. And then the next burning question we get, of course, is when might they receive their refund? The IRS this year has indicated that refunds are likely to be received by taxpayers within 3 to 4 weeks of submitting an accepted tax return.
All right, thank you for joining me this morning. Where can we go for more information about all this?
Oh, you can find all sorts of information on our website at aarpfoundation.org/taxaid.
Well, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Many cultures observe Easter as a time to come together with friends and family, welcome spring, celebrate new beginnings, and appreciate diverse traditions. You know, food is the centerpiece in many such gatherings, and this is especially true in the Latino communities, where food is the language of love. So joining us with some tasty and colorful dishes to help celebrate the holiday with a Mexican twist is Patty Hinich, best-selling cookbook author and host of TV's Patty's Mexican Table. Welcome to the show, Patty. How are you?
I'm good, Dan. Thank you for having me on today.
No, I absolutely love having you on. Okay, we all have like a favorite family dish that's been passed down from generation to generation. Can you tell us about some of your family traditions?
Of course, we have so many family traditions in my home. Most of them revolve around food. And one of my favorites has to do with the chocolate and vanilla marble cake. It's something that my mom used to eat growing up, I used to eat growing up, and now I make it for my boys. And it's perfect for any time of the year, but of course you can bring it along for Easter.
You know, as a chef, it is important to have a well-stocked kitchen. What are some of the staples that we should have in our kitchen, and why should we have them?
That is such a great question. My pantry is like a treasure trove. There's a few elements there that I just can't do without. It's important to start with the essentials like oils, vinegars. For me, of course, rice and beans. Some canned items like chipotles in adobo sauce that I use so much of. But at the top of my list, I have Eggland's Best Eggs. They are so important because they're not only versatile and delicious, but they really make everything better. And they have much more nutrients when you compare them with ordinary eggs. So I use them for so many things. They will make my cakes richer, my omelets fluffier, my meatballs even more pillowy. And right next to my eggs, you will find fresh tomatoes, ripe avocados, fresh and dried chiles, and a big stash of spices.
So I see you got a couple of recipes laid out. What do you have for us today?
These are such delicious recipes, and I hope you will give them a try. And they honor Mexican cuisine in this time of Easter. I have a Mexican frittata that has the exuberant taste of poblano chiles, potatoes, and queso fresco. It's made in one skillet, and then you can serve it on the same skillet, so it's perfect for hosting. Just serve it with a side salad or some crusty bread, and you're done. You can make it ahead of time. And then I have this almond tres leches cake, which is a crowd pleaser. It's rich, it's nutty, it has a surprising tangy layer between the cake layers, and it has some crunchy almonds. Both dishes contain Eggland's Best Eggs, which have 6 times more vitamin D, 25% less saturated fat, and 10 times more vitamin E compared to ordinary eggs. And these are dishes that you can make ahead of time, and they're just going to make people delicious and packed with nutrients. So it's a win-win.
So how are you celebrating your holiday this season?
I am celebrating by making and eating a lot of food that I love doing for any celebration. I love to recreate the foods that I grew up with and that honor our home and our traditions. So my boys know that they're going to eat these foods at home time and again. But I love making space for them to play with the ingredients that we love and try some new dishes. So this is what we're doing this year as well.
Well, thanks for joining me, Patty. Where can we go for more information and get some of these recipes and all that other good stuff?
Thank you, Dan, and thank you for the conversation. To get these super tasty recipes and give them a try for your Easter celebration, you can go to egglandsbest.com.
Patty, thanks for joining me this morning, my friend.
Thank you, Dan.
And that is it for New Mexico Rising. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. If you want to go to our big show where we're giving a tribute to those dances at Beach Water Park that used to happen in Albuquerque, we have Back to the Beach tickets available on our website, newmexicorising.com. So go there, get your tickets. That is newmexicorising.com. $10 tickets for a big throwback show. It's a Y2K party. There's going to be costume contests and much more, including VJs and DJs from back in the day of ABQ's days. All right here from New Mexico Rising and 101.3 The Hustle. Till next week, that was New Mexico Rising.
What's up, mi gente? It's Jesse, one of your VJs from the original Dance 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 It's a Teen Thing.
Hey, what's up? This is Kira.
Listen, I want to invite you to come out to this really great event called Back to the Beach.
I hope you join me going back to the beach on April 6th.
Come out and join me, Jason, Kira, Shamar. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can get your tickets. They are $10 at rebelabq.com. Listen, y'all, don't miss it. I can't wait to see you guys. Mwah.
See you there.